Good morning and welcome to Coffee and, the longest running panel discussion show in American radio. To make a comment or ask a question of the panel, call 401-766-1240 or email coffee@woonsocketradio.com. And now, let's join the Coffee and panel.
All right, Coffee and here on ON Radio. We thank you for joining us this morning on Monday, July the 13th. My name's Joe Callahan, and around the Coffee and table, after a lengthy absence of a few months, it's John Ward.
Been a while.
How are you, man?
Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Nice to have you with us. And we're also being joined by North Smithfield Town Administrator Scott Gibbs.
Good morning.
How are you, Scott?
I'm great, thank you.
Excellent. We may be getting a phone call from Dan Genren. Talk about Woonsocket City Council meeting tonight. If that comes, great. If not, we'll just keep moving right along. And if you've got any comments or questions, especially what's going on in North Smithfield, since we have Scott here, feel free to give us a call at 766-1240, and we'll read the messages over to Scott. And so what you had the groundbreaking.
We did.
For the new public safety complex. Is that what you're calling it?
For the renovated
public safety complex.
Yes.
That was last week, right?
It was on Friday.
Friday? Okay.
Yep.
And you had some the other dignitaries from the state show up?
Well, I mean, Congressman Amo was there,
Okay.
and the governor was there, and basically individuals who who helped support us with money.
Mm-hmm.
So we used it as a good event to kick it off, and after 10 years of struggling, finally, it happens. It was funny. There was even a comment online saying, we drove by the police station. It looks like they're going to have something. What kind of shenanigans are going on? I said, I just can't handle this
Well,
anymore.
not everybody gets the news. So.
Or want to hear the news.
What kind of shenanigans?
But yeah, it's an important milestone.
Yeah.
Get this thing done, and hopefully, when you have successes, you can build off those successes, as opposed to spend years in the mosh pit of negativity, which is unfortunately where most of us are.
That's a good description, the mosh pit.
Use that, John. Okay. But you got and Gabe Amo got you that grant for the new communications system.
He did give us a grant for that, and we have another earmark that's advanced up to, through the appropriations committee. So we're hoping to get another $500,000 for that project. In the end, the voters voted to borrow $9 million. And then all in, it's about an $11 million project.
Okay.
But it's a complete gut. It'll be nice.
So you're not bringing the building down, you're just doing everything on the inside.
No, in fact, we're actually doing the rehab around the operations of the police department, so they're going to continue to operate. So
that's impressive.
It's interesting. The chief and his team, they're going to have to go through some inconveniences, but I'm sure they're willing to do that after waiting for as long as they did. Right now we're in remediation. We have $500,000 of environmental remediation, a lot of asbestos in the building. Asbestos that the police officers were working within.
Been breathing it in.
But it's good.
All right, and how long will the project take?
1 year.
It'll be 1 year.
It'll be completed in June of next year.
Of next year.
Yep.
Okay. And is there room for everyone to park? Between police vehicles and personal vehicles and trucks. I don't know what's coming.
Right now, no.
Okay, good. All right.
Because a lot of the back of the building is being used as a staging area for the contractors.
Okay.
But when it's all said and done, yes, they have enough parking. We're not really growing the police force.
Right.
We're just becoming a lot more efficient, including putting in sally ports, which we're the only police station in the state that doesn't have sally ports.
What are those?
Those are, it's a facility where you draw when you have a prisoner. You drive the car into the sally port. It's a controlled area.
Oh, okay.
Right now, they've taken them out of the car and walk
you're
them
outside.
up the sidewalk.
Yeah.
And also an outside a auxiliary storage facility, impounded vehicles and things like that. So theoretically, it's all going to be a lot more efficient. We'll see.
We're so glad you're joining the 21st century.
Well,
Scott.
Some people enjoy the 20th.
I did just read the article, and my compliments to the town of North Smithfield for finally getting around to doing what they should have done 10 years ago.
Yeah.
We did the same thing in Lincoln. We added to the police department.
Yeah.
They worked within the reconstruction inside. We had to add new sally ports because they didn't have they had a sally port, one back.
One
wasn't so great. They added new ones to the new construction and new offices. Is Bushy School a two-story building?
Yes,
so
it
they're
is.
going to have to add an
Yeah.
elevator in there too?
No, we do not.
Oh, you do?
No, we don't. Because of the use of the building and what the lower levels used at, we got ADA relief.
Okay. Well,
So we don't have to put in an elevator.
well, that's good.
Which
Those are expensive.
Saved us $900,000.
But the only thing I'd suggest is one of the deficiencies in the Sally Port that Lincoln did was they had plenty of width. They missed on the depth, so when you pulled one of the cars in, you couldn't open the door.
That's not good.
No, so I mean, it sounds simple, but it's like these little details.
I think I'm going to go back and talk
then
to
you
the
go from
contractor.
you have to go from a Sally Port to a separate room before
Okay.
you actually enter the
Yeah.
building. So you can close one door behind you before you open the next door. It's complicated, but it's critically important
Well,
to
yeah.
proper handling.
Plus, it has to have the ability to take an ambulance in, too.
Okay.
Because a lot of times, not a lot of times, but there are times where a prisoner has
An injury.
a drug issue,
Okay.
overdose,
All right.
whatever it is, and they'll need to bring an ambulance in there and get him out. So it's wider than what you'd expect, not
Right.
just for a car.
It seems like it should come down to you say when you're doing a project, measure twice and cut once. So someone should get a tape measure out there. Is it wide enough?
It sounds silly, but you're absolutely
Well,
right.
right.
That's exactly what it should be, and that's why usually if you're having the building committee, the police have to be on it because
Yeah.
they have to think about
These things.
physically how they move through a building and how the prisoners have to move through a
Yeah.
building and security and camera systems in the cells and
And a lot of that's
monitoring.
A lot of that's regulated by the certification into the state. There's a federal certification, but state certification.
Mm-hmm.
There's all sorts of things you have to do. If you're not certified, then our insurance goes up
Yeah.
significantly through the interlocal trust.
But-
So there's an advantage there.
But the communication system and the grant they got for the communication system is critical
Yeah.
to the success. It's
Well, how old was the communication system?
It was
back in the 90s, right?
on its end of life.
Yeah.
Basically, it won't even be able to integrate into the RISCON and EMA system at the state level. It's a problem.
Right. Yeah.
And in addition to that, I think they use Cox right now, but we're going to be bringing an OSHAN
Yeah.
into the building. OSHAN is a more proprietary fiber system that's more appropriate for this use. So we're doing that as well.
and the police officers will be able to hear in the cruisers better than what they got.
Well,
going on
there's
right
a
now?
better interconnection with the state emergency response systems and allows them to better communicate among police departments. If they had to, they could just pick up their walkie-talkies. They're just talking among
Yeah.
their officers, but that's not enough for modern-day law enforcement.
the other thing
Right.
I think is get forgotten sometimes is in an old building like that. I don't know what their locker room is like and their shower
No.
stalls and all of the facilities necessary for the staff to actually operate, because I'm sure they're going to have a brand new lockers, brand new locker rooms, some power
For men
supplies in
and
there
women,
for
as opposed to all the same. And the funny thing about it is, and I always go back to the time Andy of Mayberry and the jail cells.
Yeah.
We have those. The key into those
keys.
jail cells is
Well-
this big skeleton key this big.
The other thing is you have to design it around the fact that you're going to have both men and women operating
Right.
as police officers. So
Absolutely.
the old buildings just don't necessarily feature all of those subtleties
Yeah.
that are essential.
The way you reacted, Scott, I thought it might have said there are no showers. There are no lockers.
So
But there are some, so-
There's lockers like you
Hey.
see in a.
High school.
I
Like a
guess you would
school.
call in a high school. I guess you call them lockers. It's not what I call lockers. It's pretty decrepit.
All right. Well, I'm glad that things are moving in the right
Yeah.
direction. That's good. We did get a call in 766-1240 for Scott. So what are you or the town? What are you doing about truck speeding / noise in the Pound Hill Route 5 area?
Well, Route 5 is a state road.
Okay.
The town has a noise ordinance. Noise ordinances are not always that easy to manage. I've heard this complaint. I hear complaints about speeding all through town.
All over
Every
town?
city in town has the same problem. Same problem. We only have 3 police officers on the road at one time.
Tough to be everywhere.
You can't be everywhere, especially in a town geographically like North Smithfield. But I heard that complaint on Friday. Again, I want to emphasize that Douglas Pike is a state highway.
Do the state cops come out and monitor the speed there?
Monitor speed, once in a while, I
in
guess
a
you'll
while.
see, they're no different than local police. There's only so many places they could be.
There is a speed control trailer out on the industrial highway right now between the CVS entrance and Beef Barn.
Okay.
I travel through there often because my family lives in Burrillville, so we go back and forth. Because they're on a lake, of course, we go visit.
Right.
But
It's
as
summertime.
I've been driving back the last few days, I've been seeing this speed control thing. I don't know whether it's recording anything. It's just got flashing lights,
just-
and it
Right.
says your speed's
You're
being
going
monitored.
too fast.
Yeah, we put one of those up in Industrial Highway in front of Beef Barn now, because there are a lot of people complaining that when there's one of their events on like Wednesday
Car
night,
shows, yeah.
so the police department put one of those out. We've had one out on Providence Pike on numerous occasions. So we do move that around town periodically when there's a complaint.
All right, joining us right now on the phone, as I mentioned, it is Woonsocket City Council President Dan Genren. Good morning to you, Dan.
Good morning. How are you, Joe?
I'm all right. You're here with John Ward and Scott Gibbs from North Smithfield.
Oh, hello, gentlemen. Hello, Administrator.
Good morning.
Hi, Dan.
And so
How
tonight,
are you?
Good.
Tonight we got a Woonsocket City Council meeting. What's happening? What looks good on the agenda?
Well, it's a pretty slim agenda. I think the big thing we all want to talk about is the 2 joint poles that are going to be installed at Rock Ridge Drive. So we will be putting in 2 new poles.
You're talking
So,
utility
if you
poles,
want-
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to spend like a good half hour, we can discuss the color and height of the poles.
I do not.
Okay, I figured.
Brown is fine, like all the others.
Yes. Beyond that, we're approving a contract, if you will, for Genties Excavating. They do this every year. They go out to bid just for general excavation services, so that it's not a specific project. It's just so that there's somebody available when the smaller jobs come up and they need somebody that can has specialty equipment that the city does not have. We also are renewing a software program for land evidence records. Again, not a big deal. It's just a renewal of a contract. One of the interesting things that I'm kind of happy about is we're going to be moving to receive a $250,000 grant from the Rhode Island Emergency Management for cybersecurity. And it doesn't sound exciting, but I've been looking into this and talking with the IT people. It's been identified that we have 3 servers that do most of the computing work for the city of Woonsocket, and 3 of them have reached end of life and are no longer supported for security patches and whatnot. So this $250,000 is proposed to be used for that. I just want to make sure it doesn't specifically talk about those servers in this grant. So tonight I will be pointing that out to make sure that it is, in fact, for the replacement of those 3 servers.
Okay.
So that's a good thing for the city. It'll bring our IT up a little bit. And then probably many of you know we had done a brief changeover for payroll services, and they switched against probably the better idea. We went with a different company for a few weeks, and it turned out that it wasn't a good fit for the city of Woonsocket, so we're going back with ADP, and there's a contract that's going to be signed for that. And besides that, there's not a lot of other stuff on the agenda. I know Councilman Ward might have some issues or some things that he saw. Happy to take any questions, or if not, discuss anything that you want to discuss.
All right. Well, did you have a quick question, John?
No,
okay.
actually, no. I know it is a light agenda.
All right. So tonight's meeting, if you can't make it down to Harris Hall, can be heard here on ON Radio beginning at 7 p.m. tonight. So have a good meeting tonight, Dan.
All right, thank you, and nice talking to the 3 of you, and I hope you all have a great day.
Thanks.
Have a good
Thank
day.
you. All right.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Dan Genren, for Woonsocket City Council President, here on ON Radio. We're going to take a break on the Coffee and program. More coming your way. Please stick around.
First news and best variety of music. ON 1240. When it comes to your current banking relationship, are you over-checking? Checking your statements and finding monthly fees? Checking to make sure you're above your minimum balance? At Dean Bank, our free checking account eliminates the need to check and check again. No minimum balance requirements and no monthly fees. Just a great checking product delivered with the same personal service customers have been enjoying since 1889 at Dean. Come check out the level of service not commonly found today at other banks. Check out Dean Bank. Visit us at 441 Pulaski Boulevard at Crooks Corner in Bellingham or at 8 Main Street in Blackstone. You can also apply online anytime at deanbank.com. Dean Bank is a member FDIC, member DIF, and is an equal housing lender.
The Coffee and Panel is enjoying coffee from Down East Coffee Roasters. All their coffee is roasted right here in Rhode Island. Down East Coffee Roasters is available at all Little General stores.
On ON Radio.
It is Coffee In here on ON Radio. Thanks for joining us. I'm Joe Callahan, along with North Smithfield Town Administrator Scott Gibbs. John Ward is here as well. We just heard from Dan Genren, Scott, and he's talking about how he wants to change IT servers here in the city of Woonsocket because the servers have come to the end of their life. What do the servers, IT servers, look like in North Smithfield?
All of our IT services are outsourced.
Okay.
We don't have an internal staff, which is good and bad. Good because theoretically it makes our costs lower, but bad in that it's not always as quick to get a response to a problem. We're pretty up to date on our cybersecurity, although we are considering migration to the cloud in the not too distant future.
Okay.
We too are applying for a cybersecurity grant through Rhode Island EMA. However, we're doing that to pay for the OSHAN connection to our police station.
Very good. Something Dan didn't bring up, but I heard it on his report, is that they're looking for a second passage for the e-bike situation here in the city of Woonsocket, get them off the sidewalks. I know it passed. Did it pass unanimously last time, John?
Yes.
Do you remember? Okay, so I'm assuming it's going to pass again this time around. Are you getting complaints in North Smithfield about e-bikes riding around town?
I've not gotten those complaints. However,
No?
I will
Surprising.
tell you, as a former biker, I did a lot of road biking, but my daughter made me get off the road, so I don't ride anymore because she lost a friend in Boston who got hit by a car. But I do notice a lot of this happening, and as a bicyclist, I know the rules. You don't ride against traffic. You ride with
the
traffic. You
traffic,
stay
yeah.
off the sidewalk. And I see kids going down the street now, although most of them I've seen with helmets. Once in a while I don't see with helmet. And they're riding these small electric ones. They're flying. Absolutely
Yes.
flying. And
That's the issue.
They're not supposed to be on the road.
My worst experience with e-bikes was
right.
in North Smithfield.
Oh,
It was
no
coming.
kidding.
It was coming out of Dowling Village, and as I come to the light, and I'm waiting for the light to change, and I see an e-bike come up on the side. Two of them actually come up on the side of us.
On the
As you
sidewalk?
exit out to Eddie Dowling Highway,
All right.
they came up. No, not on the sidewalk.
Okay.
Between the cars.
Yeah.
And then they went out into the traffic and started weaving between the cars that were coming from behind them, and then crossed over and weaved between the cars to get across. I thought,
Wow.
this is suicide.
Yeah.
But they just feel like the road is theirs.
If you were to guess, how old do you think the drivers were?
Oh, they were probably 15, 16.
Okay. But you've seen them younger too, haven't you, Scott?
I'd say that same age bracket.
Same age?
And the
Okay.
question always comes to my mind, and that's because I'm so old, I'm get off my front yard kind of guy. Its bottom line is, I can imagine, and I did ask it back in those times, Dad, I want an electric bike or a little bike,
a mini bike. Yeah.
My dad said, go pound sand. Go get a job someday and pay for it
buy
yourself.
your own.
I would never have gotten that. I don't believe these kids are just given these things and they're allowed to go.
Do you know how much they are?
Oh,
No.
1,000, 1,500, 2,000.
At least $1,000.
Jeez.
And I don't know how I don't know how anyone's affording.
I have to tell you, there's adults that drive those things
Yes.
as their vehicle, and there's a reason for it, I'm convinced, because
Okay.
I know many people, not so much elderly, that probably would if they could, but they can't. But it used to be if you were going to buy your first car or you were down on your luck and you needed a car, you could go out and spend $500, $1,000, $1,500 for a car and it would
Right.
function. Not possible
Right.
You can't get a car for less than $5,000, no matter what, if it's going to be running and pass inspection. So they end up buying these e-bikes just because it's the only thing they can afford, $1,000, $1,500.
Well, that might be it. Yeah.
But it is particularly dangerous that they're riding around the way they are. Too many of them. Many people don't, but
I haven't seen that situation over at Eddie Dowling Village with the e-bikes over there.
It was the only time I've seen it there,
okay.
but it was just so shocking that they were just weaving around cars and that were on Eddie Dowling Highway itself.
I see it a lot on Green Street. I see it on School Street, and once in a while I'll see it on Victory Highway. I mean, number one, it's not very intelligent, but number two is you're taking your life in your own hands because it's dangerous.
But like anything else, it's a question of, is there enough? I mean, I hate to say it, but if you look at the agenda and the attachments to the agenda tonight, one of them is personnel, and there's always, I've been making note of the fact that our vacancies and positions has gone from 30 to 33 to 38 the last 3 months, and that's out of a total staffing in the budget of 333. We're up over 10% vacancies, many of them in the police department, fire department, the finance office, the key areas that are lacking. Public Works is lacking. But in the police department, that means how many cars can they have out on the street and how many places can they be watching at any one time? So can they really have an impact on enforcement? It's nice to pass a law, but it's nothing if you can't enforce it.
Can't do anything with it.
And you can put another person on the road, another car on the road, and then people are going to start complaining because your overtime budget is through the roof.
Right.
You can't win.
So which one do you want to complain about?
Well, speaking of can't win, I saw, first off, they're building a new school across the street from the new police station, so we'll have lots of good construction traffic up there. But I saw your budget passed, and it mentioned a 0.36 or point.
It was about 3%.
3%.
3% levy,
Oh, okay.
Increased by 3%.
The newspaper article said something about 0.3 something, and
I wish.
The taxpayers.
No,
actually,
wish.
I was going to say, don't be a fool. If you are not raising, because of the cost of utilities, the cost of labor, the cost of supplies, and I know, I get it, how taxpayers are always clamoring for no tax increases, but it's not realistic. And I remember working with Joe Allman for years and years and years, and it was always about, you must put some reasonable percentage of a levy increase in to cover your growth and your costs. They're inevitable. And to deny it is foolish. And when I saw that percentage decimal place, I thought, this doesn't make sense.
Slip decimal.
But 3% makes sense.
It's 3%. And the year before that, it was only 2%. And which I don't think is enough, especially when you have baked into your contracts 2.5% increases.
Exactly. And that's where I've always been troubled by people who were always looking to push down the budgets to these 1% and 2%. And, you know, I was never one to have these debates on the floor. It would be personal debates one-on-one, and when you lose, you lose. You count votes and you lose, But it's detrimental to the future to try to squeeze that down to the point where it's unrealistic. And eventually people just have to come to realize that costs go up, and government's not working in a vacuum. Which
always puts you in the very difficult position. When I ran for office, I ran on a pro-growth platform, which was very unpopular among some people. And my response was, how are you going to afford the costs of running the town? Town's not going to go down.
Right.
73 to 75% of our total tax levy is the residential ratepayers. If we don't do something to expand the tax base with commercial, your rates are going to continue to go up. So we need good quality growth, which is really hard to do.
And John, look at the vote to give money to renovate the police department. There was like 100 votes.
Yeah, it was very tight
before it passed. Yeah,
it was very
people
tight.
still didn't want to do it. I don't know. We don't want to pay for it.
When they were talking about doing it the right way,
it was still no.
It was 18 million.
Yeah,
probably would have cost 20. And it's like, yeah, okay, you're tearing down a building, you're putting a brand new building up. It's going to be nice. It's going to be modern. It's going to last you 50 years. What's your problem? I just don't get that. And even with a budget, you're talking about a 3%. You're going to cover your salaries. You're going to cover your utility costs, your road maintenance,
your
and all
roads
those
are
things.
falling apart.
You are probably not covering as I think realistic budget should, there is guidelines as to what you should have within an operating budget for capital spending, which is a combination of your debt service and your capital spending for major equipment like highway trucks, police vehicles, fire vehicles, rescue trucks, $500,000 each.
Yeah.
When you buy them. I mean, none of this is free or cheap. And yet, for some reason, people just scream about, you don't do enough. Your tax is too much.
High, yeah.
And it's like, it just slams together and says, is somebody thinking out there?
And if you fix the road, Scott, well, then you're going to get more people complaining about the speeding.
That's funny.
Right.
You get
can't
that.
win.
You get that.
Because that's exactly the problem with Industrial Highway and why they're speeding down near Beef Pond is because when you come over the crest of the hill
Yeah.
and you're heading down there, it's wide open.
Yeah.
And if there's no cars and no traffic, almost intuitively you just wander into 45 miles per hour. It just happens.
All right. What other good things going on in North Smithfield?
No,
We've got a few more minutes to go
We're going to
here.
have an election in the fall.
Everyone's having an election in the fall.
It's going to be
a lot of people running for.
It's going to be a major turnover in the council.
Yeah.
Three of the people in the council are not running.
I'm not okay.
Yeah.
The council president didn't turn in signatures.
She's not running. She's extremely busy in her job.
Yeah.
She's been on the council and the president for quite a while. She just she wants to step away. One of the other council people termed out, and the other council person basically said, I must step away for a while. So we're going to have at least three new council people.
Wow.
Only 2 incumbents running. I checked it just because I knew it was coming.
The vice president of the town council is running again, and Councilman David Punchak is running again. Other than that, it's going to be new blood.
How many people, John, on that are running that did return papers?
No, there's let me see, one didn't, the council president, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 names on here that have turned in enough signatures, and only one of them's an incumbent.
Wow.
And then for school committee, you end up, I guess, 3 seats open or 2?
Yeah, yes.
And there's 3 people running that got signatures, and only one of them's an incumbent. So there's going to be 2 new people, I guess, automatically.
Yep.
You can have it, Joe.
All right. And do you know any of these people on the list, Scott, that are running for town council? Are they familiar names?
I know 3 of them.
3? Okay. Yeah. Well, okay.
It doesn't change my job.
No, not at all. You're not up for re-election.
No, and I have to do my job.
That's right.
I have to do it now with a different group of people,
Yeah.
but I don't worry about that. I just do my job. I don't get involved in campaigns. I talk to any candidate that wants to talk to me to explain to them what we're doing and the issues that we're confronting. But other than that, that's all we do. We have to stay focused on what we have to achieve.
Do any of them come to you looking for an endorsement?
No, nobody's asked me for an endorsement because they think they know me.
Okay.
But 2 of them have come to me and sat down with me, wanted to understand the issues that the town's dealing
town has.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm very open to it.
If I may, before you break
Yep.
off or something, as an somewhat uninformed, former resident of North Smithfield for 7 years of my life, of course I was birthed to 7 years old, but whatever. Under economic development, of course, the strip of Eddie Dowling Highway going down to 146. Last I heard, there were restaurants planned for the front end of where, next to on the opposite side of CBS, and that is in litigation at some point.
Litigation.
They're still litigating it?
Yes.
And there was talk of a car wash over where the Kingdom Hall was.
That is still in line, but I know that they were still working out the water connection
supply,
issues.
yeah.
Other than that, that project's been
And then, of course,
approved.
the rest of the highway on the way down, they're still talking about trying
We
to
just
obtain water.
completed a market study on that. Infrastructure has been 30% designed. So that's a long project. But we want to come up with a new zoning district for that area, because I think anybody who can see will understand that a lot of the uses along that road are deplorable. It's not good. So we want to create, there'll be non-conforming, pre-existing non-conforming uses, but we're trying to raise the bar along that highway. But that's a very long, complicated project.
All right, Scott Gibbs, Town Administrator from North Smithfield, we thank you for joining us today, giving us good information. Glad to hear about the groundbreaking at the refurbished North Smithfield Public Safety Complex.
Renovated.
And good luck redesigning Smithfield Road with the multiple parties that will be involved, I'm sure.
Yes, in dealing with
that's a whole other issue that's going to be a hot one.
I just want to go on record, because I was on the building committee when this all started, and myself and Paul Bourget and a couple of others specifically went out of our way to plan to have the access to that new school actually have it arranged another way, a different direction, with the access going out through empty lot to Carnation Street, and then put a street light at Carnation Street on Park Avenue, where there should be one anyway because of the way the traffic sits at Carnation Street to get out. But it would keep the traffic inside Woonsocket and put a light control over there, and keep it off of Smithfield Road, which we knew was already overburdened.
Yeah.
And it was the Rhode Island Department of Education that said no. It will come out onto Smithfield Road.
And the funny thing is, they don't, not complaining about them, but they have no clue what's going on off that site. That road is a state road. That project requires a physical alterations permit from DOT. That's not been done. And I'm going to tell you right now, if that school dumps out on Smithfield Road, we got big problems. So I'm hoping that we address those issues. I think they have now finally a traffic engineer that's been engaged. I think they've hired PAR Engineering. The city put in a $3 million appropriation request for the congressional delegation. That's going to be a problem.
Well, we always wait for the problem to happen, Scott, and then we try to fix it, not head it off.
Some of us tried to fix it before.
Well, we can't do that, John.
Unfortunately, the people down in Providence who have no clue what it's like
up there
to get backed up on the hill on Smithfield Road because of the light.
They don't.
They're oblivious to it.
And they don't care. You're right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Scott.
Good to see you, Scott.
Here on the Coffee and Program, more coming your way here on the Coffee and Program.
The National Weather Service has issued a heat advisory for today. Sunny skies with a high near 86. Tonight, mostly clear, overnight low of 66. Tuesday's weather, sunny and hot with a high of 94 on the thermometer, 100 degrees for a heat index at a breeze from the southwest. Wednesday, mostly sunny and hot with a high of 95. Thursday, mostly sunny and hot, high of 90 and a stiff breeze from the west. Friday, sunshine and 87. Saturday, there's a 30% chance of a shower or thunderstorm late in the day. Mostly sunny all day before that with a high of 86. And on Sunday, partly sunny, high of 86.
Outside the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Ave and Kennedy Street, sunny skies and 70 degrees. Questions about youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, develops better athletes and better people through sports. Info at positivecoach.org.
Whether you own a restaurant or an auto repair shop, you need as many customers as you can get. Every business does. Don't limit yourself to one newspaper. Get the power of 2 daily newspapers for the price of 1. The Blackstone Valley's Call and Times deliver customers from all over the valley with just one phone call. Phone 767-8500 for twice the effectiveness over twice the area. The Call and the Times.
This is Gary Smith. Join me for Do You Remember Tuesday through Friday at 9 a.m. here on ON, AM, and FM radio.
ON Radio.
It is Coffee and here on ON. Thanks for joining us this morning. I'm Joe Callahan here with John Ward. Thank you for joining us this morning. Well, it was quite the interesting weekend, John, here in the city. Woon Crit took place yesterday. That was pretty cool. The bike race. Around the city, so that was great. But the bad things that took place, first of all, the fire on Harrison Avenue displaced 16 people. No one died, so that's good. And then we get this shooting over on Cooper Avenue. So the police show up to disperse a large crowd at 12:45. They come back about an hour later, and a 21-year-old woman has a gunshot wound to the head. And her sister, who's 18, she's got a bullet wound. She was grazed by a bullet. Not sure if it was the same bullet, but doesn't really matter. So 2 people basically shot, and they tracked down a 17-year-old.
who I hope will be tried as an adult.
Well, he's doing family court today.
Yes.
Do they make that call?
The AG's office will be the ones to make that
the
call
call
as to whether or
okay.
not they can recommend it to a higher court, to an adult court. And
Yep.
of course, the question is, the woman that's had the gunshot wound to the head. I've heard street talk about her passing away, but I can't see I don't see a news report saying that.
Not
they all
yet?
still say
Okay.
serious
condition.
which, by the way, is not as high a level as critical condition.
That's right.
So that's probably not risk of death in play here.
Okay, there's different, rumors happen. Let's hear it for the canine that found the suspect. And
dogs are pretty good about that.
Oh, the dogs are great about that. And when the police caught him, allegedly he had his firearm with him, and so that's what they got him with. So they got him with shooting, possession of a firearm by a minor, carrying a pistol without a permit, receiving stolen goods, and obstruction. So, and unfortunately,
we need to ban guns. Oh yeah, I wonder if that kid got that legally, or if it was Dad's gun.
Well, you don't know. And what's the problem is that we'll never know the person's name
unless they're
tried as an
adult, in which case they will.
They will. Okay. I'm going to go on the other side and say, nah, he's not. Why? Let's say, for as an example, first offense. Well, then he won't go be tried as an adult. He'll go to family court.
Well, the reason I question whether that even makes sense is because, in theory, if he is tried and found guilty, he'll be over 18 by the time the trial's over.
Oh, sure.
And if he is sentenced, then doesn't the sentence end when he becomes an adult?
Good question for Bob Lauder.
I mean,
I don't know how that works.
I mean, I know they made an exception with that goofball down in Warwick that's still in prison to this day.
Craig Price?
Craig Price, that's
Wow.
the guy.
Yeah.
Where he was tried as a minor, and then they put him into an adult prison afterwards because of some things. But his was multiple murders and kind of weird, evil stuff. But usually with juvenile crimes, if they put you in a juvenile detention center, they hold you until you're an adult, and then you're released.
Okay.
So I don't know.
I just wish the rules were slightly different. If you're going to use a lethal weapon, then we should know who you are.
That's why I'm thinking it's probably they're gonna want to try him as an adult, is because this isn't like he assaulted somebody with his fists.
No, this is
he shot somebody with a gun
in the head. I think we're trying to
a little more.
I mean, it's possible they weren't trying to kill somebody, and maybe they was trying to be
in the head.
Well, maybe they just. I'm trying to play devil's advocate, John. Let's say I'm shooting over in this direction to my right, and I'm just pointing in the general direction, and it by accident happened to hit her in the head.
I was just pointing it at her to threaten her, and it just went off.
Yeah,
I didn't realize. Yeah.
No, you can't say, "Oh, it just went off." you know you're pulling the trigger, unless you drop it. But anyway. But this is over. Like Dave said, it's over by Burnham School.
Let's just say that particular address in that particular neighborhood for the last 2 years, under the current ownership, has been nothing but a nuisance to the neighborhood, and has been a place we have all wondered how long it would take for something serious to happen. And I'm talking about a group of neighbors in the neighborhood, always concerned about how the kids living in that house have been, as I mentioned to you in the commercial, acting out like wildings, just harassing people and being
you told me the story at one time. Someone was trying to leave there, and the kids blocked them?
Trying to get home late at night after work, and
they didn't want to let her leave?
The kids just blocked the road and wouldn't let her pass. It was a woman. She was intimidated.
Oh, I'm sure.
She had to go find a way to get around them and leave and come back in. And I mean, it's just the nature of what's been going on around that home.
Yeah. Wow.
And looks like there's no responsible adults living there, it seems, but I'm sure there are.
Well, you got the tax roll, so who bought it? It's got someone's name on it.
I know who it is.
And where are they?
I know who it is.
Okay. But where are they?
Maybe in Attleboro. That's a different story.
So they bought a house for their kids to go crazy in?
I'm just saying it because there's some history in the guy's background.
Alrighty. Okay. Well, the first responders ran down to Lincolnwood State Park. There was a report of a swimmer under the water, and they couldn't find anybody. So they called the whole thing off.
Anybody missing, reported missing?
Well, they just said there's a missing swimmer. Yeah, came in Sunday night. So divers, drones, boats,
Nothing.
couldn't find anybody. So that part's a good thing, but
Interesting.
yeah, that's what happened there. Did you hear what happened down in? I know this doesn't involve Woonsocket anyway, but it involves Providence, and someone broke in to a storage facility off of Chalkstone Avenue in Providence and stole 90 youth football helmets. And you laugh. However, it's $12,000.
They're not cheap.
And they didn't take anything else.
Just the helmet.
Just the helmets that were still wrapped in whatever they wrapped in when they come in, because they're brand new. They haven't passed them out to the kids yet. So
they may not even have the league decals on them.
Oh, I think they did. I think they did. It's the 49ers.
Should be able to be found.
Well, you would think so. Once they try passing them around somewhere or selling them
to a kids group in San Francisco.
But doesn't it sound like an inside job?
Yeah.
It looks like they were here. You went and grabbed all of these and left everything else.
Yeah.
I'm grabbing the new stuff, not the old stuff. And now Providence is kind of scrambling because youth football is going to start relatively soon. Can we get 90 new helmets shipped to us within 3 weeks with the decals and everything on it? And how much is that going to cost us?
Well, yeah, it's the costing.
Yeah.
Well, again, it's all the different sizes you have to have too. I mean, it's not like they're all the same size either. So that they
just say youth helmets.
Of each size.
Yeah.
Right.
But according to the police, someone sawed off the lock on the storage facility, and they stole just the new helmets, leaving the old equipment behind.
Yeah,
makes you go, What do you know about?
Is there a
this?
team with the name the Cowboys in that league?
They call themselves the 49ers. So
I know,
yeah,
that's all. They should check with the Cowboys, see if there's something there.
So did you see over the weekend the Beef Barn? Speaking of the Beef Barn,
yes.
in Bellingham is for sale.
Yes.
Wow. Doesn't say how much they're asking for it, but I guess they're going to keep. They're open.
Well,
they're going to keep running as the Beef
They're
Barn.
open. They operate. I mean, Chan's was for sale too.
Well, that's true.
He's still
that's
open,
right.
still operating. But yeah, I've spoken with some people about this, and it seems like it's just maybe more burden than benefit to the owners.
Mm-hmm.
So they're looking at the opportunity to sell it off or let somebody else operate it under a franchise arrangement or whatever. I don't know what they're looking for specifically, but I think the owners just.
But I did hear the word franchise being kicked around as well.
I've heard it too. Yes, and
That's
that's
like
why I'm thinking.
wow, that's an idea.
That's why I'm thinking maybe you're either going to buy it or outright and do whatever you want with it, or you can agree to go in and buy out the operation and pay a franchise fee and keep using the Beef Barn name. And it would then require you to do all of the prep work all yourself. I know some of the prep work that's done for Bellingham is done at the main building, and some of, I don't know whether the staff travels back and forth, if there's shortages of staff. I don't know how all that works in terms of the employees, but I would think if it becomes a separate operation, then you're on your own to get your own staff, get your own people, get your own supplies, but they have to meet certain standards. It gets complicated, and it's a tough thing to do, but if it's somebody that's a real entrepreneur and wants to dig in at a young age and start making something out of it, this is one of those situations where if you would jump into it and you've got the resource and the drive and the help, when the current owner of the Beef Barn, should he ever decide to simply retire and sell it, you may have put yourself in a position to buy up the whole operation. You never know.
And you're buying a great name.
Oh yeah,
and which helps a lot.
everywhere I've been around the country, I keep thinking, wouldn't this be a great place for a beef barn?
Yes.
As a concept, why aren't they pop up?
Why aren't
everywhere?
there more? Yeah, I don't know. I talked to Mark one time because I was at Logan Airport, and there's a Waltz roast beef at Logan Airport. And I'm like, Mark,
It's not the same thing.
TF Green, for you. He goes, Well, yeah.
I mean,
he
I know
thought
people,
about
I know
it. But,
people that regularly
Yeah.
drive down from the Worcester area.
oh, yeah.
Just to go to Beef Barn.
Just go to Beef Barn. Yep. He thought about it, but like, it's a lot of work to go to Green Airport. He said, I'd have to raise the prices. I said, no one's going to care that your Beef
not
Barn
at the
sandwiches
airport, no.
go to $6 or $7. They're not going to care.
No.
They'll buy it, especially people coming in from out of state. But that's what's going on over there as well. So let's take a break here in the Coffee AM program. More coming your way. So please stay with us.
You're tuned to ON, AM, and FM.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9313. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9313. That's 800-575-9313. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
We're delighted so many of you are enjoying our Levitt Amp concerts on radio and TV. But come to the park for your chance to win a 4-pack of tickets to Six Flags New England Amusement Park. To win, you must go to the Friday night concert. Take a picture of yourself having fun at the concert. Post that picture to your social media pages using the caption #MusicMoves. Then show your post to Amy at the merch tent during the concert. Everyone who does this will receive a chance in the drawing for the 4 Six Flag tickets each week. Winner announced on stage at the end of the concert. You don't need to be in the park for the drawing, but you must be in the park at some time during the concert to win the tickets to Six Flags, courtesy of ON Radio and TV.
ON Radio.
It is Coffee In here on ON. Thanks for joining us this morning. My name's Joe Callahan here with John Ward, and we're being joined at the Coffee In table by Leslie Page from the Woonsocket Harris Public Library. Hi, Leslie.
Hi.
What's new? What's happening over at the library?
Okay. Our summer hours are Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Tuesday and Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. We will be closed on Saturdays until after Labor Day. We offer self-service photocopying and faxing, and our reference department provides notary services free of charge. This week, the Children's Department is offering Sensory Exploration Fun today at 10 a.m., Kids Crafts with Miss Lee today at 3 p.m., Kids Drop-In Crafts on Tuesday, July 14th from 2 to 5 p.m., Music for Preschoolers with Miss Linda on Wednesday, July 15th at 11:30 a.m., and Healthy Habits, Healthy Kids on Wednesday, July 15th at 1 p.m. For more information about all children's programs, please call 767-4122. The Teen Department this week is offering a tabletop role-playing game Tuesday, July 14th at 3 p.m., Healthy Habits, Healthy Teens Wednesday, July 15th at 3 p.m., and Storytelling Through Theater Thursday, July 16th at 3 p.m. For more information on teen programs, please call 767-4132. We will hold a drop-in session on how to use the call's digital archives this afternoon at 2 p.m., and the next Tech Tuesday will be held on July 21st at 2 p.m. If you would like to participate in our summer reading program for adults, please call 767-4124 for more information or to register. All of the latest information about programs, services we offer, and how to reach us can be found at our website, woonsocketlibrary.org, or on our Facebook page. And if you have any questions or would like more information about anything I've mentioned today, please call us at 769-9044. And we look forward to seeing you at the library.
All right, Leslie, thank you very much. Well, besides the fire over the weekend here in Woonsocket and the shooting, this happened just before the weekend.
Is that all?
This happened just before the weekend, where a police officer made a stop at 2 in the morning. You know, good things always happen at 2 in the morning. Last Thursday, and they arrested a man from North Attleboro. He's on firearms and drug trafficking charges. And they always get caught when they do something stupid, like forgetting to stop at the stop sign. Over on what road was that on? On a complete stop, Grove Street and Carrington Avenue. Just kind of rolled on through. And
that's actually not a... Oh, yeah, it is a stop sign. Okay.
So the officer's following them, and then he decides to pull a maneuver, and he does a fake pit stop at a home on Carrington Avenue, like I live here. And but then he pulls out and takes off again. So the cop just went after him, and now he's crossing the yellow line. He made a turn in the direction opposite of what his signal light was indicating. So anyway, they pull the person over, and between his legs in the car is a box with a picture of a gun on it. Well, that makes the cop suspicious.
There's a clue.
And so they pull out, and there's a BB gun inside the box, which normally would be okay, except this man's on probation, and he's prohibited from carrying a firearm of any kind because of past convictions. I'm like, wow, so that now we get to search the entire car. Okay. And so that's when we come up with a prescription vial with a number of pills wrapped in several individual packages, and at least a dozen pills they tested positive for fentanyl.
Okay.
They found a lot of cash inside his pockets, and it took a few police down at the police station to count it all out. $24,930 he's just riding around with.
Okay.
A lot of them in $100 denominations. They also found a crack pipe, several wrist watches, a beach chair, and clothing. And they said a number of the clothing articles had their price tags still on them. Now, were they stolen? Maybe not. But it just doesn't look good. So
Ron White said it best.
You can't fix stupid?
You can't fix stupid.
Now, there were other people in the car with them, but they were all released, and they weren't charged with anything because, hey, I'm just in the car. And there's nothing on me, so...
Okay.
I'm not with this moron.
Yeah, he's just giving me a ride kind of thing. All right, so also going on in Woonsocket, everyone had to return their papers. That had to return their papers.
Yes.
And it looks like everyone did, John? I know the 4 running for mayor...
No. The 4 running for mayor returned signatures, but Ermie's signature count's at 92 right now, not 100.
Whose?
The woman.
The woman. Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's only at 92 according to the Secretary of State's website.
Oh, okay.
Amy, school committee person.
Oh, okay. I don't have the list of the names.
Yeah.
But
one of the school committee people did not turn in any signatures.
Okay.
There's none recorded. And but other than that, all of the city council people turned in enough signatures at this point.
In school committee? And
5 school committee people, not Amy Costa, that's her name.
Okay.
Is the school committee member is currently serving, who I'm going by what the Secretary of State's website said this morning. She has turned in no signatures.
Okay.
So there's only 5 qualified candidates at this point for school committee. So to all of the school committee candidates, congratulations on your election.
Yes.
To Marty Crowley, who's running for the first time, congratulations.
You're on. Just vote for yourself.
Certification and 1 vote will do it.
Yep.
And then it looks like there's at least 3 candidates for mayor, likely. So there will be a runoff election in September.
Preliminary. So so by tomorrow... Sorry?
Tomorrow afternoon at 4.
Tomorrow afternoon at 4, all the canvassers will have to certify all the signatures were correct.
Now, I'm going to say this. I can't speak for who was in the canvasser's office, so I don't know whether there was a sheet that was not completed counting and posted on the Secretary of State's website. That can happen right up until Tuesday. So I don't know.
Okay.
It could be others, it could be the ones that just hadn't been counted. I know all of the city committee seats, there was nothing indicating that they had been counted, so I would think that's what they do probably on the next day or 2 before certification.
All right, so and we'll probably get another press release from the Board of Canvassers from Gianna Savastano telling us what's what. And there is a person, if you follow the social media for Woonsocket, I don't know, do you do that, Leslie?
Well, I see it.
Okay. Yeah, me too. There's a 5th person that wants to be the mayor. I wish I could remember his name.
Oh.
Joseph Jabbett.
Jabbett, that's it. Yep. He's like, I'm the write-in candidate. So please write me in. That's what he wants. So it's like, well, okay. So we'll see what happens after tomorrow. So there we go. Massachusetts made the national news, not for a good reason.
Uh-oh.
This is out in Western Mass, out in Tingsboro. It's very nice out in in Tingsboro. 63. This is what the man did. 63-year-old man. He's accused of impersonating a police officer and ordering police to leave Lake Mascuppick in Tingsboro. So he gets on a boat, says, I'm a cop, goes up to other boaters, tells everybody to leave because I'm the cop. And I guess he wanted the lake to himself. Officers responded to reports of a man operating the police boat with its lights on. Oh, so he took a police boat. I don't know how he started it, but okay. The caller told police he was ordering people to leave the lake, citing local boating bylaws. The man was ordered to return the boat to the dock and will be summoned to court.
Sounds like the quote-unquote Karen type.
Yeah. There was one time when my wife and I first got married, we were living in an apartment complex in Foxborough, and the complex had a swimming pool. And we were in the swimming pool around 8:30 at night on a summer night. And this older couple comes by and said, you have to get out. I said, I don't know who you are. Oh, well, we live over there. Oh, so you're a tenant too? Yes. Well, what authority do you have? None. Well, then go away. These people that think they have authority. And so they went away. So I did go to the office. I said, who are these two people? And they said, just ignore them. They think they're in charge. and we just let them think they're in charge. So I said, oh, okay. So what are you going to do, right?
Ignore them.
We ignored them. So there you go. All right. Is this a good idea? Remember if you were younger and you went to different carnivals? I don't know if Holy Trinity did this when it was Our Lady Queen of Martyrs. But did they ever give away live fish as prizes?
Oh, I don't remember.
I think Rocky Point used to do this.
I used to go to that carnival.
Like goldfish?
Yeah, like goldfish. If you won, you get they saw them swimming in a bowl, and you get a plastic bag. Here's your
Right.
live fish.
I don't remember that, if there
No?
was or not.
Okay. Well, anyway, in New York, a member of a city council of New York, is pushing legislation. They want to ban live fish as prizes at fairs and carnivals. Queens council member Vicky Palladino says living animals should not be treated as novelties. She said she was inspired to introduce the bill after an incident in Whitestone that saw a group of teen boys allegedly torture a fish that they won at a carnival. Event organizers who violate the law could face a $100 fine for the first offense and up to $2,000 for repeat offenses. If passed, the city would join Berkeley, California, along with the states of Connecticut and Iowa, who also prohibit this practice of giving away live animals as prizes. I guess it's a good idea. I mean,
yeah.
I wouldn't want to win a live fish because now I got to take care of it.
What do you do with it? Yes.
I don't want to take care of it.
You got to buy the bowl. You got to buy the feed. Then you got to watch it die.
I know.
Just you got a little kid. They don't take care of it. You don't take care of it yourself. It's like a gerbil hamster. It's more work than it's worth.
My daughter who's in college, her and her 3 roommates decided, let's buy a fish. Guess who has the fish now?
Your daughter. You. Well, you. But.
And so I said, okay. Now it's going back to college with them.
Oh, okay.
But we have it for the summer.
I mean, at least with a dog, there's the benefit of your requirement that you actually get out and walk.
Walk with, yeah.
But then you get to walk, which is something you should do anyway.
Right.
So at least there's that.
So if she
not so much for the cat.
But if she stays over somewhere at a friend's house, okay, I will feed the fish.
Well.
But anytime you're home, that fish is your responsibility. I'm not doing anything.
Right.
So there you go. Visitors had to be evacuated from a zoo in Indiana this week because there was an escaped wildebeest.
Oh.
Now the wildebeest and the Lion King is very funny and very friendly, but in real life, you don't want to deal with these things at all. The Fort Wayne Zoo says a male white-bearded wildebeest escaped from its habitat in the African Savannah exhibit on Friday. Visitors had to be ushered out of the area in a calm fashion so as not to spook the animal. Please, no running and no screaming. The zoo says the quick actions of its team members allowed us to secure the area and provide the wildebeest with a safe path back to its habitat. I wonder if they lured it with food. Follow the trail.
Maybe.
Back behind the fence. No injuries were reported, and the exhibit has since been reopened.
Hope they fixed the...
And they fixed the fence. It doesn't say how it got out. Did the wildebeest bust something, or did someone leave something open?
Yeah, you don't know that.
We don't know that.
You don't know that.
So there we go.
I did see that one of the rhinos up in Southwick died recently.
Oh, so one died, yeah?
Yeah.
Just recently. That's too bad. And were you a fan of Barbie growing up, Leslie?
I was when I was younger.
This Saturday, the Barbie stamp goes on sale.
Oh,
So
I'm excited.
be sure to get out your Forever Barbie stamp. It'll be your choice of 10 iconic careers that she'll be dressed as.
Okay.
That includes doctor, pilot, astronaut, soccer player,
She's very accomplished.
among others.
Barbie.
And that goes on sale this Saturday. And there will be people that will be
I'm
rushing
sure.
down. I gotta get it. Gotta get all 10 too.
Well, yeah.
If I can have all 10.
Good Lord.
That'll wrap it up for the show for today. We thank you very much for listening in. Thanks to Scott Gibbs, Town Administrator from North Smithfield, for joining us this morning. Leslie Page, thanks for coming in today.
Thank you for having me.
All right, and John Ward, thanks for being
By
here.
the way, for Barbie's face and body and all of that, are these forever stamps?
They are forever stamps, you're right. Yes, they are.
Thank you for having me.
All right, I'm Joe Callahan. Have a great day, everyone. It's going to get warm. It's going to be a warm week, so be careful. Stay tuned for the Blackstone Valley Prevention Coalition's coming up next after the 9 o'clock news right here on ON Radio.
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street. This is WOON Woonsocket Radio. And now, the news.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. Iran is striking back after the latest round of American